In the case of Attorney Herminio Harry L. Roque Jr., represented by Bianca Jacinta R. Roque, versus the House of Representatives Quad Committee, Attorney Harry Roque seeks the writ of amparo, claiming that the House Quad Committee's contempt and detention orders threatened his rights to life, liberty, and security. He also asked the court to prohibit the Quad Committee from arresting him, requiring him to attend future hearings, and producing documents. The court denied Roque's prayer for the writ of amparo. It held that amparo is not the proper remedy against congressional contempt and detention orders. The scope of amparo is limited to extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances, or threats thereof, which are not present in this case. The court directed the Quad Committee to comment on the petition for prohibition within 10 days from receipt of the court's resolution. Next, in the case of Romulo B. Macalintal versus the Commission on Elections. Macalintal challenges Section 11 of COMELEC Resolution number 11045, which allows public appointive officials to continue holding office even after being nominated as a party list representative. He also seeks a TRO against the implementation of this rule. The court granted the prayer for TRO effective immediately. COMELEC is enjoined from implementing Section 11 of its Resolution number 11045. All parties are required to observe the status quo that public appointive officials are deemed resigned upon filing their certificate of candidacy. The court also required the COMELEC to comment on the petition within a non-extendable period of 10 days from notice. The court further required the Office of the Clerk of Court en banc to personally serve the court's resolution on the COMELEC, which shall likewise personally file and serve its comment. The court consolidated the petition filed by One Sambayan Coalition et al. With the cases of Pimentel et al. Versus House of Representatives and Bayan Muna Chairman Nery Colmenares et al. Versus President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos. All three petitions challenged the return of excess reserve funds from government-owned and controlled corporations to the National Treasury to fund unprogrammed appropriations. The Supreme Court issued a temporary restraining order to enjoin the further transfer of PhilHealth funds to the National Treasury. In the case of One Sambayan, the court required respondents to file their comments on the petition and application for TRO and/or writ of preliminary injunction within a non-extendable period of 10 days from notice. The court further required the Office of the Clerk of Court en banc to personally serve the court's resolutions on the respondents, which shall likewise personally file and serve their comment. A copy of the available pleadings may be downloaded from the public pleadings section of the Supreme Court website.
The Supreme Court resolved to amend Rule 13 of the 2019 amendments to the 1997 Rules of Civil Procedure to provide for the mandatory electronic filing and service for civil cases in the first and second level courts. The court issued Rule 13A, or the interim rule on the electronic filing and service of pleadings, judgments, and other papers in civil cases. The interim rule shall take effect on December 1, 2024, following its publication in the Official Gazette or in 2 newspapers of national circulation. Beginning December 1, 2024, all filing and service of pleadings, judgments, and other papers in civil cases in the trial courts must be done electronically through email, except for initiatory pleadings.